The music is so upbeat. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm TheQuietBoyGamer, and today we are playing, what is this called? I think it's Tailor Tales. I know nothing about this game outside of the fact that it is a dating sim. And from the lineup, it's going to be a male dating sim. I just thought that this would be something stupid and fun to have on the channel. So when I was browsing all the stupid dating sims that they had up on Steam, I went through a couple of them, and this one was one that caught my interest, so I'm gonna go ahead and play through this one. I have no idea if it's going to be good. I'm no idea if I'm going to get anywhere in it, and it is most likely just going to be a one-off for fun. But if you want to join me with this, you're more than welcome, and let's hop right in. Look-wise, Look-wise, I guess if I had to choose, he is my favorite. Definitely. This middle guy right here. Number 3, because my mouse isn't showing up. So number 3 in the row is definitely my favorite. I pick him, hands down. Second is the last one on the right. I really like his looks too. And then if I had to pick a third, probably the redhead. The redhead looks like we could be moody together. I really dislike the blonde. He looks so annoyingly arrogant. I don't know, purple guy could be cool, but like his hair looks like it takes a lot of gel. I have no interest whatsoever in the green sweatered guy. Anyway, I'm sure it's been fun watching me list off who I'm interested in. Let's start the game. Don't know who to pick? Click here to take the quiz. I don't know who to pick. I have too many favorites already. Which setting do you prefer? Fantasy. Would you prefer a comedic route or a serious one? Well, this is just for shits and giggles, but I want to go serious anyway. How do you prefer your romance? Slow burn. Oh, the fast pace would make for a better short video. Nope. I like slow burns. Sorry, I'm gonna go slow burn. How much sexual or steamy content would you prefer? Is that in this? Did I grab a 18+ game on accident? Well, I guess we'll find out if I'll have to censor anything. All of it. Let's go all in. Do you prefer the love interest to be submissive or dominant? Oh, that is a problem. Either can be fun. But I think a clear role should definitely be established. Now I'm gonna spend 5 minutes making this decision. Let's go with submissive. Do you prefer the love interest to be older or younger? Probably the same age, but that's not an option. Well, I guess older would be better. Then I don't really want anyone too much younger than me. I'm taking this way too seriously. Let's go older. Well, older and submissive. Well, that would be kind of cute, actually. I don't know. Let's keep going. Nice from the start or indifferent and takes a while to warm up? I mean, either or. Though, if they're indifferent and then they start to have feelings, that could be really cute. Let's go indifferent. How do you prefer your main character to act? Playful or mature? I mean, it depends on the situation. So for the most part, though, probably mature. Like, it's nice to be playful sometimes in certain situations, but I don't know how playful I'd want them to be in serious situations. Though that could de-escalate things. Let's go... Well... I think just because I'm normally so serious, playful would probably be better, or maybe mature. I haven't even started the game yet and I'm already having a tough time making decisions. Maybe I shouldn't have played this. Let's... Oh, see, but that would get tiring really fast. Mature. What do I have then? Submissive, mature, and older than me so far. Do you think focus on developing side characters is important? No. Well, I mean, as a writer, yes. I think they're very important because you can see aspects of the main characters you wouldn't see otherwise. But in a dating sim, no, I don't think it's really that important. Are you okay with the love interest belittling or insulting the main character? Why are we already fighting? We're not even dating yet. I don't know. Do I deserve it? Are you okay with the love interest belittling or insulting the main character? I do love my drama in the stories, though. Yeah, no, yeah, I'll say yeah, I don't know. Do you prefer a love interest that blushes a lot? Bro, is this the game? This quiz is, like, going on forever. Ooh, blushes are really cute, though. Aw. So if they're harder to read, that's more interesting. Bro, both of these are good. I don't know. Not a lot. No, I'm just always gonna be really serious. Yes, blush. Do you prefer a confident or insecure love interest? Sorry. Well, I don't want them arrogant, though. I just want them to not be super insecure. So I have to reassure them constantly. For a love interest that is sassy or polite? I mean, I like both. Sassy's fun, though. You get banter out of sass. But there are times when you should just be polite. Man, they really should have middle options. Let's go sass. Eeyok Duginus. Duginus? Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Was that the middle guy? No, who the fuck was that? I didn't even see him in the lineup, I don't think. You personally request Eeyok to be your knight. He is earnest, but also a little weary of you. His route is set in the 1700s. Okay, I didn't know that was an option. Because Eeyok is still in development, the next route oh yeah, that's why he wasn't on the screen. Okay. The next route recommendation would be James or Dimitri. So... Please be James or Dimitri. James, hey, yeah. Oh, nice. Alright, that's who I wanted. I'll go with James then. Hello, Mr. Underwear. Just immediately right in, huh? In an alternative universe where people have special powers, you are one that designs superhero costumes for the superheroes. One day, someone literally crash lands outside of your boutique. He's gravely injured. You quickly help him out and fix him up with your own special ability. His superhero suit looks strange though. You've never seen him around before. Who is this man with the ability to fly? James' route is darker and nearly twice as long as other routes. Ugh, jeez. I don't want something twice as long though. Who the hell was the other one? Dimitri? Aw. Mr. Blue-haired guy, please be Dimitri. Aiden. Oh, who's Dimitri then? Redhead? Kane! No. It's one of the ones I didn't like then. No, is it the cocky guy? Gray. Is it the boring guy? Yeah, it's the boring guy. Dmitry Kotov, age 19. College student, height 184 centimeters, 6'1". Timer at a cat cafe. Oh, part-timer. I can read. Dmitry looks a lot older than he really is, which is why you thought he was your age, 17. Whoa, I'm 17 in this? I'm not even legal then. When you met up, this better not have sexy themes, then I don't want to play this if I'm freaking underage and there's sexy things going on, especially with older people. When you met up when he was only 13. Okay, what? Dmitry looks a lot older than he really is, which is why you thought he was your age, 17, when you met up when he was only 13. He's 19, but we met when he was 13? A few years later and you meet him again, but this time you find out he's a little brother of your boyfriend? I already have a boyfriend? Dang, this girl's been busy. Things don't work out between you and your college boyfriend, so you break up. When you start your retake, and I'm already bored with this description. I'm sorry, I don't like that character. Oh, what's the redhead guy? Kane Prinz, age 21. Oh hey, where's a beanie? Student, clerk at the convenience store. During your last party in college, you meet a drunk Kane whose friends seem to have abandoned him. You eventually help him get home safe. Half a year later, you meet him again at a jewelry store and he's stealing. You call him out and he makes a mad dash for it. You see him again at the convenience store he works at, where he pretends he doesn't know what you're talking about. You warn him to be careful, otherwise you'll report him as a thief to his college. That should keep him in line, right? Whoa, roll 7 to 8 hours? These are long, then. 4.5 hours. We're just gonna go by hours, guys. That was 7 hours. That was the one I was on. Why did I click it again? Oh, Mr. 3 is so sexy. 5.5 hours. Was that more or less than this guy? 4.5 hours. I don't want that kid. Route length 7 hours. Oh, see, I liked him though too. Me and Aiden playing a MOBA game called Arena. You two hit it off. Aiden is sweet, attentive, and sure likes following your commands. Interacting with him might awaken something inside of you. It's so easy to make him do as he's told. It sure seems everything is going alright between the two of you. That is, until you run into him offline by pure accident. You find out he's not who he says he is. Were you catfished? Is his profile even real? See, I don't like that concept either. Gray Jansen. Board game host. What does that even mean? Young and capable. Young? Bro, you're 27. You're like one of the oldest people on this lineup. Young and capable. When in high school, you are unwillingly made leader and help protect students. By accident, you end up helping out the leader of your rival high school. Gray, of course, it's a rival high school. He, not knowing who you are, takes a liking to you. Years later, you purchase an abandoned building and start your own boutique. Strange people keep entering the boutique and ask to see the basement. Then one day, Gray walks in to do the same thing. Realizing you're the new owner, Gray asks you to rent out the basement to him so he can run his board game nights. But can you really trust an old rival? Neil Forrester, age 24, intern executive. When you were younger and much more of a tomboy, you and Neil happened to cross paths when he decided to run away from his parents, who forced him to act like a proper child. Years later, you two meet as adults, except Neil didn't recognize you. No, he was under the impression you were a boy. The misunderstanding leaves... Well, I am a boy. The misunderstanding leaves Neil embarrassed. Neil's attitude toward you is cold and cruel, and you wonder if that sweet little boy he used to be was just your imagination. You try your best to befriend him, but Neil will have none of that. But what happens when you finally get under that cold exterior he's crafted? Will it be a sweet little boy again? Alright, I don't know. These all seem really bad. I'm just gonna go with James because he's hot. Let's go. Tailor tells. Whoa, that's me, I guess. And now we are customizing. What does this do? Oh, it's eyes. Cool. Oh, that's really pretty. Go classic Otome. I don't own a single shirt. Alright. I don't own any dresses. I own one skirt. I don't own pants. Why do you have these here if you don't have anything on them? Socks? I'm not wearing socks. Can I change the color? No. I thought I was supposed to be like a fashionista. Why do I own no clothes? Man, that's kind of cute. Oh, the light ones are kind of cute too, though. I'll go with the dark ones, I guess. Oh, it's too loud. Yeah, dark brown. I don't have any hats, I don't have any accessories, or items, or anything else. I don't understand why those are an option. What is special? Alright, I guess that's me. Sure. Jocelina? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Enter your last name. Hearth. Alright. Warning. Is Jocelina Hearth correct? Why is that a warning? Yeah. Enter a boutique name. Sunshine. Let's just go with defaults. Warning. Is Sunshine correct? Yes. Jocelina. Jocelina Hearth. Sunshine. This is correct. Gray's DLC and Aiden's full route are now available in the Steam store. With this new episode, Eok's first 3 chapters are available to play as well. That's who it suggested I should play with. Please select him in the character selection and start a new route with him. Welcome to the main menu. To start off your journey, why don't you read the first chapter by clicking on the continue button on the right. Yeah, alright. Warnings and triggers. Tailor Tales is a light-hearted game, but each route brings its own unique set of warnings and triggers. Would you like to review these? Yeah, just so people know what's going on. Blood, mention of sexual... Oh. Minor character death. Click the gray area 3 times to reveal warnings that contain spoilers. Minor violence towards MC, violence towards others, superheroes, discrimination. His sexual behaviors? Dominant most of the time, submissive never, rough occasionally, gentle sometimes, neck biting, very high, confidence almost never, cockiness not very high. Ready to go anytime. Bro, what am I playing? Plug the gray area 3 times to reveal warnings that contain spoilers. Detailed warnings: kidnapping and imprisonment of MCs, slavery and imprisonment of others, prisoners of war. Duh. I'm really starting to question what I am playing. I thought this would be a lighthearted game. Would you like to review controls? Yes. As you'll play the story, you'll sometimes be prompted with a fierce kind choice. They will determine which ending you'll get. Oops. Fierce choices are usually more bold and flirty. Kind choices are usually more reserved and thoughtful. Neither choice is the right one, so pick whatever one you feel like. During the game, this message window will contain most of the shortcuts you can use. Play will auto-read. Use to adjust the speed. Click to pause auto-read. History log, quick save, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm already bored reading all this, man. Enter your brother's name. I have a brother named Ralph. Enter your brother's name. Yep. As far as the eye can see, there's gorgeous fabric to be found everywhere, from the most luxurious silk to the cheapest organza. It's all here at the market. I adjust my scarf as a particularly cold. Okay, I need to take it off auto read apparently. This is where I truly come to peace. I'm in my element. Colors, textures, patterns. I'm already formulating my next designs in my head. That's not the correct button. Particular iridescent piece of fabric catches my eye. It changes colors when you look at it from a different angle. It reminds me a little of the way the 80s movies created space outfits. Everything had to be shiny back then. Excuse me, I call out to the woman behind the stall who was in the middle of talking to her companion.
Yes, dear, would you like this one?
I don't know why that's her voice.
Yes, 4 meters will do.
The woman takes the iridescent fabric roll off my hands and starts measuring how much she needs to cut.
You know, the fabric reminds me of Starlight's costume,
says the woman. Starlight, a superhero whose outfit I didn't design. Someone else got to her first. She has the power to brighten any kind of light source and quite literally blind you. Is that so? I say casually. Isn't it just weird how they're talking among us like normal people? It could be any one of us, she mutters in a dark tone. I don't like where this conversation is going. Why do they hide? I don't like that anyone can just, hide a really dangerous power. She cuts the fabric to my specifications. I pulled a scarf over my nose to hide my disgust. They wouldn't have to hide their identity if people didn't try to ruin their normal lives. I'm sure they have a very good reason to hide. Not the kind of choices I thought I would be making. I'm sure they have a good enough reason. Where do I select this? Oh. I'm sure they have a very good reason to hide, I explain. Being too sympathetic can be a bad thing sometimes, says the woman. What do you mean? The woman flashes a fake smile at me as she bags the fabric. $44.95, sweetheart. That's a lot of money. I pay the woman her money and quickly disappear from the stall. Suddenly I don't feel so in my element after all. Time to leave behind the blizzard starts. Did I read that wrong? What? My brain didn't take that in. Phew, finally got to sunshine before the blizzard started. Hey, Jocelina, Kim greets me from behind the counter. Hey, Kim, did anyone stop by today? Yep. Look who's back. Kim plops down a piece of fabric onto the counter. I immediately recognize the outfit and sigh loudly. Again, I complain. That's like the 3rd time this week. Yeah, he told me he tore it while scaling a mountain, she explains with a roll of her eyes. Grabbing the outfit from the counter, I inspect it for any tears. I inspect it for tears. I didn't have to look long. The culprit is staring right in my face. The midriff has been torn open. What in the world? These look like claw marks. Did he fight a damn mountain lion up there? Do supers not have anything better to do? I say exasperatedly. Kim shrugs. He swears he was trailing someone who stole an old lady's purse. On a mountain, I repeat, incredulously. The lasher sure knows how to concoct extravagant stories for his adventures. Last time he said he tore it while swimming on the back of a shark. That's why the fans love him after all, Kim points out. Anyways, can you fix it? I'll let the fabric slide through your fingers, focusing on holes that I can fix manually with okay, patterns. I wiggle my finger until a fine piece of thread emerges from the tip. It's so thin, normal people usually have a hard time seeing it. I manipulate it until it pierces the fabric, making it loop around to quickly stitch up a small hole. No matter how many times I see you do it, it's always so interesting to see it in action, says Kim in awe. I cut off the thread so that it's no... I understand why this is 12 hours long now. A loud explosion rumbles from underneath me. What in the world? I yell, completely startled. The rumbling brings down a few items on my counter. Is this an earthquake? Kim ducks and covers her head as the shelf behind her falls. The shaking finally stops. Kim, are you okay? I'm fine. I think it came from below. I finish for her. We both come to a realization. Ralph, Kim groans. Go back to work, Kim. I'll check up on Ralph, I say. Alright, let me know if I need to call an ambulance or not. I give her a wry smile. Kim exits the room and I sigh out loud. What is Ralph doing now? I knew it was suspiciously quiet. I should have checked up on him sooner. I enter the hallway and walk all the way to the back, opening a small door underneath the staircase. It's the entrance to my brother's lab. Why does my brother have a lab? Oh, what was the name of that cartoon? The... Dexter? Dexter's Laboratory. Was that the name of the cartoon? I think so. There's suits all over the floor. I'm leaving footprints behind as I walk inside the lab. Lots of objects are on the floor. I'm panicking a little until I see two people sitting at the metal desk. Ralph, I cry out. What happened? Is that my brother? Which one is my brother? I'm blonde with red hair, so I'm assuming the guy on the left. Ralph just looks at me with a shrug. His hair is standing up in different directions. I'm just a little shocked, he says jokingly. The person next to him knocks him over the head. Idiot, now is not the time for your stupid puns. Kane berates my brother. Wasn't Kane an option? He's the guy that stole, right? I think so. I like his fashion sense, though. Anyway. Idiot, now is not the time for your stupid puns. Kane berates my brother. Kane, I question, what are you doing here? My brother asked me to come. I knew I shouldn't have. You guys are crazy, Kane huffs. Wait, why am I getting lumped into this, I ask. What did you do this time, Ralph? Nothing. Why are all eyes on me? Ralph puts his hands up and tries to look innocent. Ralph sighs when he realizes I'm not buying into his act, then picks up a metal ring from the floor. I was trying to get this bracelet to harness Kane's electricity. I figured I could harvest it and perhaps create an infinitely generating power source. Ralph gets hit over the head again by Kane. Moron, I told you that's not how it works. I can't keep generating electricity without pulling it from my own energy. Eventually I get tired too, then I collapse from exhaustion. Kane simply looks frustrated with my brother. And then it blew up in your face. You know that shit is dangerous. I could have lost my license, you know? Ralph shrugs, putting his hair back to normal. I was grounded. I'm fine. I groan out loud. No, Kane's right. Don't toy around like that. I don't want to bury my younger brother as well, alright? Serious look dawns on Ralph's face as the words sink in, but then he quickly replaces with a pout. Who else will come up with these nifty little gadgets then, huh? Kane smirks. I have to admit, your tracking device came in really handy last time. Right, Ralph points finger guns at Kane. I roll my eyes at the two of them. They're always up to no good. Now someone has to clean up the mess that they made. There's soot everywhere. The stench isn't all that great either. I point at the floor. Ralph, you made this mess, so you clean it up. Ralph groans and slouches his shoulders, but nonetheless walks towards the broom closet to get some cleaning supplies. Kane hops up on the metal desk and casually brings his hands up to his face. He holds his index finger and thumb together until a spark of electricity ignites between them. He keeps doing this until there's a steady stream of electricity going back and forth between his fingers. By the way, speaking of licenses, when are you getting yours? He asks nonchalantly, playing around with his ability. You've been asking me for years, I say with a heavy sigh. And I'm asking you again. Not everyone wants to be a superhero, Kane, I reply. Ralph returns with a broom and starts sweeping the floor. Don't bother Jocelina. I don't know. I'm gonna call her Josie. Don't bother Josie is pretty stubborn. Kane stops playing with his fingers, suddenly looking serious. Yeah, but come on, unlike your moronic brother, I resent that, Ralph interjects. You actually have an ability that could be useful in combat. Is this not a dating sim? We've been talking about useless stuff for like 40 minutes now. That doesn't mean it should be used in combat, I fire back. There are plenty of ways someone could use their abilities for the greater good without having to pick fights with bad guys. I'd like not to disrespect the people who made this game or the writers or anything. I'm sure this is fantastic, but this wasn't what I was expecting. Ralph shuffles away with the broom. Or you're just some lame-ass Tailor, Kane groans. That's not exciting in the least. Irritation spreads across my face. Kane is really getting on my nerves now. He's insulting my work and calling it boring. There's nothing wrong with being a fashion designer. It still seems really... This entire setup seems weird. I don't see the blah blah blah. I don't see you complaining when I'm the one who makes your superhero costume. I fold my arms across my chest and glare at him. That's different, he says flippantly. You're still just using it on clothes. His eyes then widen as he realizes something. Oh, I've got it. The perfect superhero name for you. Kane grins, then spreads out his arms. Black Widow, he says with a chuckle. I just stare at him blankly. Do I look like a spider to you? Hey, don't mock the name. Don't you know this one superhero Spider-Boy? He shoots webs from his butt. Same difference. That is one huge of a difference, I protest. I don't shoot weird web stuff from my butt. My thread is highly sophisticated. It's nothing like a web. Isn't it just the same thing? Kane cocks his head to the side. No, webs are sticky. My thread is not. I've seen you attach that stuff to anything. What do you mean it's not sticky? Have I been living a lie all this time? Kane questions, fed up with his attitude. So his mouth shut with your thread. Explain the difference to him. Or I'll be fierce. My fingertips glow hot, and I spread a thin thread between my index finger and sort of blah blah blah. When does the guy appear? I want the guy to appear. It just sounds weird with them making the character noises. Now I kind of feel like I'm playing Sims. I wonder who did the art for this. Wow, guys, you really packed this full of dialogue, didn't you? How many words in until I meet the guy? Can I just skip chapter? Oh. Alright, there he is. I quickly look over his torso, which has burns and a million little cuts. It doesn't look good. Something was attacking him before. Was it those red men? They looked so creepy on TV. His outfit looks cool. I place both my hands on his chest, grabbing what's left of the charred fabric, and tear it in half. The costume splits. Bearing his naked and burned torso, it's easier to work when clothes aren't in the way. I lean closer to the man's face. Hey, can you hear me? A stoic expression remains on the man's face. He's completely out of it. While he's covered in... I have no idea what happened because I skipped so much. While he's covered in burn marks, the most pressing matter is a large cut on the right side of his waist. He's bleeding from it rather badly. Kim hands me the first aid kit. She tends to burn wounds while I clean his open wound. Completely focused on the job, I touch his tan skin with my fingers, forming a thread that eventually pierces it. The man remains passed out and doesn't notice as I stitch up his wound. I puncture his skin back and forth, creating a very clean stitch. In no time, the wound is healed. Checking his body for any more open wounds, I notice he's only got smaller cuts that are easily cleaned and need only a bandage, if at all. The burns, on the other hand, covered across his body, are another matter entirely. I'm not a real doctor. He will need to go to the hospital for this. The only thing Kim and I can do is cool it and dress it with bends of blah blah. Bro, this is honestly really boring. I thought I'd have fun. I lean closer to him, studying him. He's not even awake, dude. Planting both feet firmly on the ground, I don't have time to react as he approaches me. In an instant, I'm suspended in the air as the man grabs me by the throat, squeezing it. I can't breathe. Try Try to break free, yeah. Claw his hands, trying to break free. He instead just squeezes even harder, and I'm starting to see black spots in the front of my eyes. Thud. The man gets knocked out of the way as Ralph charges into him. He releases his hold on me and I collapse onto the floor. I inhale a large gust of air to fill the lungs with oxygen. Just throw a tissue box? What did she throw? Kim yells as she throws a roll of bandages at the man. Okay, I pick myself up. Stop, we're not trying to hurt you. I helped patch your wounds up. I explain, coughing up for air. He must be disoriented. Maybe he thinks he's still trying to attack him. The man stands his ground, tall and menacing, before he looks down at the bandage on his waist, as well as the rest of the bandages covering his burns. His tense eyes meet mine again, and I feel a lump form in my throat. Yeah, he was like squeezing the crap out of you. Don't know why his gaze makes me feel a chill run down my spine. See, I did the stitches, I say nervously, pointing at his side. Unexpectedly, the man rips off the bandages from his waist, revealing his freshly stitched wound. Don't, you have to keep the wound dressed, I say. His dark eyes travel from the wound, then back to me, as if he's silently asking me if I really did stitch him up. No, bro, I fucking lied. Please calm down, let me help you. I cautiously walk towards him. I hold my hands up to make myself seem as non-threatening as possible. We're not here to hurt you, so please let me put the bandages back on. Man, screw it. You can put the bandages back on yourself, and then rip them off as soon as I fucking have them on there. As I take a step forwards, I can hear Ralph cry out in surprise. He's pointing at the TV in shock. I turn around away from the man to see what Ralph's talking about. My eyes widen when I spot the screen. They're replaying a clip from the attack. A man wearing black with red and gold armor, flying around in the air, battling the superheroes. He gets struck down by a lightning bolt and soars off into the distance. The reporter says the ship appeared from the sky. It came from space. It's an alien ship. I feel horror wash over me. He's an alien now? It's an alien, Ralph cries out. Suddenly his breath is running down my neck, causing all the little hairs to stand up straight. You, his voice croaks out, saved me? I don't dare to turn my head to face him. I can feel my heart racing 1,000 miles. This man I saved is not a man at all. You, get away from her, screams Ralph, going for another charge attack. However, before Ralph can even do anything, the man knocks Ralph away with a single punch. One punch! Ralph crashes into the wall and drops down onto the floor unconscious. Kim hurriedly runs over to him in a panic. Oh, man, I was expecting to read, but I wasn't expecting to read this much. I'm forcibly turned around. I've made no decisions for like 40 minutes now. I've just been reading a book. I'm forcibly turned around as he yanks on my arm, making me stand in front of him face to face. Oh, I guess I made like 2 decisions. I don't know. You, he points at the stitches. Did that? I can't speak, my body's frozen. He hurt Ralph. He's the one that attacked the city. What do I do? How do I take down a man of his size all on my own? I mean, I am weak as shit, right? Yes, I reply. Maybe if I comply, he won't hurt us and leave us alone. I don't know what he's going to do. Please don't hurt us, I beg him. The man doesn't seem to be listening, though. An ice cold and calculated expression etched onto his face. For I know he's thrown me over his shoulders and launches himself into the air. I'm being kidnapped. Hey, I cry out, pounding my fists onto his back. Unfazed by my attacks, he keeps scaling higher. Wait, what's going on? We're just gonna have to pretend, I guess. He goes straight towards the ceiling, blasting a hole in it as he flies straight up. With me on his shoulder, the impact of the ceiling and several other floors in between causes me to black out. My last thoughts before I lose consciousness are, this is not a superhero. He's a villain. And we're back to the fashion shop, because of course we are. You finished reading your first chapter. Any chapters you've read will become unlocked, and you can reread them whenever. I do not want to reread that. Find unlocked chapters in the chapter selection by clicking on the cogwheel. Select characters and click the character you wish to read. Then click story to see the chapter. To continue the next chapter, you'll need to play it in the pay for it in gold. To earn gold, you must design clothes for clients. Click on the design button on the top right, then select clients. You're also free to design anything for yourself by selecting freestyle, but for now let's go to the clients. This is such a weird mix of a dating simulator and then a fashion game. Design clients. Randomly generated clients await you when you want to design. Each request earns you gold and tailoring experience. The more experience you have, the more you'll earn. If the client proves to be too difficult, you have the option to delete the request by clicking the trash can icon. You know, I really don't want to design clothes. I think I'm gonna just end this video here. We got nowhere. We got nowhere. Alright. So I'm going to tack this on to the end of this video. This seems like they spent a lot of time with the writing on this. They seems like they spent a lot of art and the voice acting and everything else. I'm sure that this has a lot of really in-depth stories and a lot of like character development put into it, a lot of hard work. Which surprises me because it was a free-to-play game. So if this seems like something that you would be interested, it is up on Steam. Feel free to grab it. Feel free to give the devs some love. Unfortunately, this is not a game that I was really that interested in. I guess because of the disclaimers at the beginning, it does have some sexy themes, so keep that in mind. And yes, I'm going to end this video officially here. Props on all of the work that went into this one. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. If you liked it, make sure to drop a like to let me know. And if you want to join me for more video game playthroughs, make sure to subscribe and tick the bell. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. See you in the next video and take care.